So with us here today we have man himself, Mr. Tony Weerasinha, and most of you know him as the founder of MillenniumIT, now known as LSEC, London Stock Exchange in Sri Lanka. And he have also done other projects as well, other ventures like YouStock. And I'll ask you to explain a little bit about who are you, what you do, what's your passion, like what's your story, very briefly.
Yeah, so I think, as I said, everyone knows me as the IT man that started things in Sri Lanka. I've been more involved in business. I'm like a transformation guy who transforms my own business and helping others. So I'm the founder of eChannelling. So if you're booking a doctor, one of the things that Millennium did for LSE was completely brought in a IT platform where they have now become the infrastructure for exchanges, and they have moved 90% of their revenue now comes from IT than the traditional 10%. I did YouStock Trade to help the retail investors to trade like the professionals. So all my life I've been helping the rich, but now I'm focusing more on helping a younger generation to be better than I was. One, to help the country. The two is to empower more younger ones to come into this field and to basically improve their living standards.
Yes. So we did like a mentorship, and I was thinking that if anyone, because it's not about just me talking to you, I think like every future entrepreneur in Sri Lanka and everyone who's building things and all the people who want to build something new, different, and like solve problems. I think you are like maybe the best person to get inspiration and ask for and go for, because you have done it in Sri Lanka, in this soil. Because maybe we have like thousands of stories, hundreds of stories all over the globe, but in Sri Lanka, you are the one to go for, I feel like. So can we like give some numbers, because that's interesting. Let's give some numbers and then see what we get.
Well, I think if you look at numbers, if you take Millennium, we basically created over $100 millionaires in this country, which is, I think, a big achievement. So that it's there.
This was not in like 2020, right? This was in way back.
No, so they basically, from the time that we merged with London Stock Exchange and after we transformed London Stock Exchange, we grew after London Stock Exchange bought us. Their revenue grew, I don't know how many percent, from 750 million to 10.8 billion.
Yeah.
So the same way, their share price went from £5 to £120. And I'm happy to say that we, little Sri Lanka, the country, we helped them to achieve that with our platforms and transform them to an IT infrastructure company now. The other reason that I think one of the problems that I see in Sri Lanka is we are very, very good technical people. But our business acumen and forward thinking or global thinking is not there. So I have done that many times. So I feel that I should share that knowledge and help people. You have heard about this Founders Day program that I'm doing. Is basically to tell people there's a much more opportunity in what you're doing than what you think.
Yeah, that's true. So like I just asked Mr. Tony, like, can we do a little few of the questions that I think that will benefit the future generation and who are building? And you said straight up, yeah, why not? So I really appreciate it, and I think all the viewers will appreciate it as well, because like you won't talk to Mr. Tony every day. So this will be something that maybe something you will need, something you needed. Maybe this will encourage you. Maybe this will answer some of your questions. Basically, shift your vision into the possibilities. That's the whole goal. And first of all, let's say this is like a big one for the entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka. How to raise funds, and do you think going for a bank or a loan is better, or going for a venture capital or like investments is better? What do you think about that?
I think it's a double-edged sword, right? But you need money to grow as well. So I think if you don't want to give too much of your company, you can do a hybrid. You can have some venture capital, some loans, debt to support it. And what I would tell to Sri Lankan companies is that we have this idea of being conservative.
Yeah.
We saying, okay, we say less and do more, and that will appreciate. But generally, the investors who want to invest doesn't want to invest and take a risk for small money. They will take a risk if they feel that this company can be a unicorn. So what I would advise people is you have to have a project that you have to be a kind of a unicorn. That's what you need to be. Not to say, I just want to be achieving $10 million. And so I'm asking for 100,000.
Yeah, I think like it's a real issue actually, and it has grown to a bad side because most of the people, even like very matured ones, they think like building something that are already out there in Sri Lanka will make them a nice company or a good company or make them a better entrepreneurs. And supporting to that, they have always looking after pick me, because they have done Uber in Sri Lanka and they are like in some terms they are better than Uber because they don't have any debt and stuff, and they make money from the get-go. They make profits from the get-go.
Right. So I think PickMe is a good example because PickMe did before Uber came to Sri Lanka, but they took the model from Uber.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. I think in all our lifetime, we copied some and did something better.
Yeah, we have Kapraga as well.
Yeah, but the real problem is there is nobody who will value PickMe as Uber.
That's true.
Right? So, like rightly you say, we are big here, but we are a small fish. We are not even recognized when we go to
So
abroad.
what I'm saying is they build the same product but has significantly less value.
Yeah.
And
so this is the problem. Sri Lankans think that we have built a better product. Technology-wise, we claim or we know that. I completely support that. Sri Lankan technology engineers are one of the best in the world. It's not me. There was an innovation index. Israel was number 1, Sri Lanka was number 2.
Wow.
Right. So it is proven. But what is lacking is this mentality that we have saying we are cheap, right? So if you really look, Sri Lankan companies who have built good technology struggle to get venture capital funds. But if you look at the same company in the US that has lower technology, they get much better funds. Is that because they project the big picture? We project the cheap, you can get everything cheap in Sri Lanka. So we have to change that and basically now say we have to get that business acumen to say we have to dream big. So I'm saying if you want to go to Mars, if you don't hit Mars, then you hit a coconut tree, that's even big. Right? But if you think of a coconut tree and then if you hit, then you're on the ground.
Yeah.
So that is why you have to think big. And I think people like when you think big because they think that you're doing something good that is not done before.
There's this theory among like Sri Lankan entrepreneurs that they think, oh, I can't do this, I can't build this because no Sri Lankan person will invest in me. And because of that, we have to make sure that they will invest. We have to convince Sri Lankans to invest. But on my head, I was thinking like, if you're building an technology, why can't you go to the whole world and seek funds? Why you limit yourself to Sri Lanka? Because the technology's whole point is like expand beyond the island.
I think now a lot of companies are going out to raise funds. Some are being successful, some are not. I think the reason that there is emerging funds created to help companies in this part of the world, the reason I think we are not succeeding, or there is only 1 or 2, is because we are not projecting that our project is global. We are positioning ourselves that we are brilliant technologists but cheap.
Yeah.
That doesn't cut now. People are not going to invest. They did that in the outsourcing era, okay, we will go. But now with all the technology that is there, they want to see the big picture. What will your product do? Either it has to help the environment, it has to help the social justice system, or it has to be one of the greatest products that you will have the revenue around the world. So how do you position yourself like a $1 billion company?
It's all about the impact, right?
Yeah. No, one side is the impact. The other one is investors will take a risk if they feel that you're thinking big. They don't want to invest on people who are thinking small. And that is why I think a lot of Sri Lankan companies fall short of raising funds because they think we have to show them what we can do. So when you have a company that comes to you as an investor and say, I have this product and I believe that in 10 years I can be a $10 million company. Then the investor is looking at it and saying, why am I putting money to get 10 million? Okay, if they go bust, I anyway lose the 1 million that I'm putting. Then another company comes and says, it's a very similar product, I'm going to be a $1 billion company. Now actually probably his product is not good at all, but he is basically putting a vision that he is going here. Now the investor will think, I will take my risk there. I'll put the $1 million there because if it hits, I make a lot of money. If it fails, I anyway lose the money. So what people need to understand, whether you put 1 million on a 10 million projection or a 1 million on a 100 million projection, it is the same. But they take the risk because they're anyway taking a risk. They take a risk because upside is better. Right.
So the bottom line is you have to think big.
Exactly. You have to think big because that's what people like. So why should the investor think people thinking small? Like in life, anything big is good.
Yeah, and probably if you are born and raised in Sri Lanka and you have gone through the education system and everything, you're already better, right? So then you have to be confident, I think.
Exactly. You have to be confident. We have this thing about who has done it.
Yeah.
So like you say, we like to be followers, but we should move to be leaders. We have to do things that others have not done.
Yes.
Why can't so a Sri Lankan company build, for example, new WhatsApp?
Yeah, true.
Right? Which is completely different. I'm saying WhatsApp has already been done, but something like that, what I'm trying to get.
I mean, in the whole scope of things, like that alone is enough to like bring the Sri Lanka out of its debt, basically.
Yeah,
if we had it here.
I think that is what we need to do, because on this Book Tony Founders Day project, I come across a few companies that can be $1 billion. They didn't even know about it. They don't know about it. They have not thought big about it. So that is what I'm trying to transform them to say, hey, you have a good product. You have to do a lot more things, but you have a much bigger market than you think you are.
Yeah.
And that is the problem. But once you do that, and once we have few Sri Lankan companies achieving it, I said it's okay to be a leader.
Yeah, it's all about like thinking big. Do you think when you're gaining a little bit of traction, when you're gaining a little bit of funds or maybe some venture, you think like moving out of the Sri Lanka is better? Because it all have ups and downs. Because in Sri Lanka you have low living costs and maybe you have some talents, but when you move abroad, the systems are better, maybe you have good facilities. So there are ups and downs. What do you think is better?
So I think if we are going global, having the development center in Sri Lanka is by no means is bad. It's good.
It's good.
But if you have to be present in some of these countries that you are going to go and get people to buy your product, they feel comfortable if you're there. Unless you have a huge unicorn kind of a product that everyone is using, like a TikTok or something like that. You can be from any country and then it will be used everywhere in the world.
Otherwise, it's better to be there. Like it's like a hybrid system.
Yeah. So you basically you have to show your face if you're trying to get some of the business. So it also depends on whether if you're in B2B, then you have to show your face. If it's B2C, you have to have a cool product.
Yeah. So it's like as much as possible trying to get the best out of both worlds. Yeah, cool. This is another one that people are like, especially the entrepreneurs and like leaders are complaining about, like it's hard to deal with Sri Lankan people. They sometimes say that.
I think unfortunately, except a very few, most of our venture capital firms are former bankers. So their thinking is like a banker.
Yeah.
It's not like an entrepreneur, I'm going to take a risk. So that is why Sri Lankan entrepreneurs are feeling, saying, they don't understand what we are doing.
Yeah, because it's like you have to definitely make money.
But
it's like no risk. I can't take risk.
So
Only upside.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
So then there is no reward without risk, right?
Yeah, it's like funny story. It's like, again, going back to that point you were saying, like they are not thinking big. They are just like limiting themselves. Everything have to go perfectly. Maybe 10% there, 10% there, 50% there, but
Yeah.
no 2000% anywhere.
Yeah. So it's very sad. I came across a company that is a unique product. They're probably one of the first, and now Israel is following.
Okay.
So from the time I met to today, that Israel company is moving much faster than the Sri Lankan company. And the Sri Lankan company, though the CEO wants to do it, he has got venture capitalists who are involved who are saying, why spend that kind of money?
Okay.
If you don't spend that kind of money, you're not going to go anywhere.
True.
Right? So that's a classic example. I think they'll be wiped out. No, what I'm saying is that their uniqueness will be here in this part of Asia, but they won't be able to get the US and European market where the money is.
Yeah. So again, it's all talent. Like entrepreneurs in this hand do not think big and believe in themselves, and the investors in the other hand do not believe in themselves and do not take risks.
They will not take the risk, yes.
Yes. The other one, with all the uncertainty and like people start things and then they doubt themselves. Okay, AI is coming for me, like software engineering. I have an IT company like software engineering firm or something. Then when AI comes, they will do our jobs. Is it even worth it to like go with all the hassle? Because if they replace us, we don't have jobs and we will not get projects because the projects will done by some
Yeah.
chat GPT.
Well, I know that's a fad that's going around the world saying that AI is going to replace us all. But my belief is, we have gone through this before. We had the dot-com boom,
Yeah.
right? Everybody said, okay, when everything is automated, you will not have jobs. But we had more jobs.
Yeah.
The same way,
And more wealth.
yeah, the same way now with AI is very powerful. It's not like any other innovation that has happened, but without humans, AI is nothing again, right? So I'm saying that the job description will change, and I'm going against everyone else. I think there's going to be more jobs,
Okay.
but a different kind of job, not what you're doing, but more jobs,
More
different,
jobs.
yeah.
So it's better to stick to what you do and be updated.
No, I'm saying embrace the technology and upgrade yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. That is what I'm saying. But don't think that, okay, I'm an accountant, now it's going to do anything. I'm a developer, now it's going to code by itself. Yes, it will.
Yeah.
But you now become a supervisor of the AI to make sure that the code is right. So it's a different way of doing things.
You have to upgrade yourself faster than
Yeah.
before. But
So my thing I tell companies is AI will make you smarter, but AI can't, right, make you think differently.
yeah,
So embrace the smartness. So if you took a job before that you took 8 hours to do, and if AI is going to help you to do in 2 hours, then which you have been complaining a long time to say where is the family balance, now you have more time to go and spend time with your family because you finished your job
yeah, true.
earlier. So embrace that. That's what I'm saying.
So the other thing, the other threat, people saying China is a threat, or like they think like China is totally different, or like it's just, what do you think about China?
I think
That's
China,
in terms of entrepreneurship and
I think China has done extremely well. But China has proved to the world, I copy you and I do it better than you.
yeah,
I don't know whether China has come to the level still to innovate something new that no one has done. I have not seen, but they will copy you and they will do it much better. China went into the manufacturing field and manufactured at cheaper rates.
yes,
Right? That's how they came. So the Chinese goods are everywhere, but they have got better. So I don't know what China is a threat, but Chinese business acumen is entirely different. They are pure price race. They will cut you out in anything and take you.
So the other question is, if you are building something physical in a factory, is it even worth it? Now the China is building everything cheaper and maybe in the same levels of goodness, like the same standard sometimes. Like for
So,
example,
well, if
there are
you want to
phones-
build something, right,
Mm-hmm.
there has to be something different.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be something innovative. But that's where we come. You want to compete with China? Embrace AI.
Mm-hmm.
Embrace the robots.
efficiency.
Efficiency becomes that. But I think there is a good example. Yesterday it happened to me. I used a smart TV.
Mm-hmm.
It was Chinese built.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly you can see the big picture getting smaller and then it goes up again.
Yeah.
And so you see the quality, there is a difference.
Yeah, because you can't, like, when everything globalizes, especially with like blockchain technology and this AI, everything more and more globalized, you can't like put them under the rug, because everything will be like level. Everyone has the same opportunity levels. So if they have the edge, they will come up with better products or like copy you as the way you are. So you have to always innovate and much faster to always like have a one step beyond them.
I think that's
It's a
the thing.
barrier.
So you know, Sri Lanka has to innovate.
Mm-hmm.
Sri Lanka has to think that they are leaders, not followers.
Yeah.
So if you go to follow China, it's a very difficult act to beat.
Yeah, that's something I see as well. They always take inspiration from maybe Singapore, maybe China, maybe India have done that, maybe Europe countries doing it. So
So I think in my life, that's my biggest problem, because people ask me, where is it done? I said, nowhere,
yeah.
because I am leading.
So you
I'm
think
innovating.
in government level as well, they shouldn't follow anyone?
I think the government, we have to have different. So government is,
I mean, in terms of entrepreneurship.
yeah. So I
Well-
think to understand entrepreneur, you have to be entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be on a traditional thing and understand entrepreneur. You don't, right? Because you're saying, what is this guy? Is this guy crazy? So the first thing that you will ask is the conservative question, like, okay, who has done this before?
Yeah.
So if you're doing something that somebody is doing, then they have a comparison to look at that and say, so they can, so they are a $1 billion company, so you're doing the same thing, so maybe you can make 10 million to 100 million.
Always go
Yeah,
below.
yeah.
Always go below.
So that is the mentality that it has been created.
I think that's real powerful. That's in everyone's head. That's what they say. If Uber have done this and if Facebook have done this much, why I won't launch some social media similar to Facebook in Sri Lanka and try to scoop 1/200th of that?
Yeah. So, but now you can see India changing.
Yeah, true.
So India is little by little changing, saying we are going to innovate and build our own things as well.
China as well, a little bit.
Yeah,
Because they have
China is still a good copying set. I have not seen any.
some, they
innovative.
have like the drones, they have the best.
Yeah, so, but they copied the design and they made. So that's okay, because that's their, because they didn't build their own drone. They took the idea of the drones and improved it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
so
They don't innovate the concept of drone and the camera, but then they put like tens of thousands of engineers together to build it. Yeah, that's
that
true.
will also change down the line.
And this is like a completely different one. And in Sri Lanka, like people think this is a business or like a really scalable thing. What do you think about cryptocurrency and leverage trading?
I think crypto basically was successful because there was no regulation. That's the success of crypto. Now, if you ask me whether the asset, what will happen to the asset?
These are two different things.
Yeah,
Two different questions.
We will not know what the asset is, but
What do you think about cryptocurrency as a concept, backed by blockchain cryptocurrency?
I think the technology, no one's questioning it. The blockchain technology, nobody's questioning it. That's basically shown a distributed ledger, distributed things now, finance and everything. The concept is brilliant and the technology is brilliant. Now, assets that get into that technology, there is no underlying value.
Yes.
So that.
But
so
can't you argue that that's the same for as fiat? Fiat doesn't have any value.
Yeah, but
It
there's a
doesn't
government
back
behind
by-
it now, right? But now with stable coins coming, things are getting better because it's tagged to something, right? But I believe that cryptocurrency will improve. The whole idea that cryptocurrency came is for people not to know and for the governments not to control it, because the fiat currency that we have, they can undervalue it. They can just print money.
Yes,
And we will, now in cryptocurrency we don't know, but I believe that one day that it'll be tied to an economy of a country. So that means like Bitcoin is how the country is doing, not what the government is doing, but how actual people are doing.
So let's say we have SL coin,
Right.
Sri Lanka.
No, not SL coin. We'll say Bitcoin itself, but now Bitcoin will be valued on how the country's economy is doing by the people, not what the government is saying.
But the actual growth and stuff.
Exactly, actual things and how many. Now, when that happens, that will be a global currency because people will trade that.
And in the other hand, do you think like people are trading in the US dollars and they can print it out of thin air? Is it better than the cryptocurrencies that are decentralized? What do you think between those two options?
No, I think
because both have ups and downs, what do you think is greater? What is the better option?
We don't know because crypto, there is no underlying asset.
But in the fiat as well?
The fiat is supposed to be on the value of the country.
Yes.
That is what is there. But that is all changed with people just printing money.
Yeah.
So originally there was an asset.
And gold as well in the
That's
past.
what I'm saying, the gold. So it was valued based on that. And then countries were valued based on the economic stability of the country.
Yeah.
Now, compared to crypto now, there is no value. There is no underlying thing. That's what I'm saying. Technology is great, but there is no underlying asset value. So it's interesting to see how this is going to take. There is nobody that you can hold if something goes wrong.
Yeah, it's like the belief, but then again there's this argument. You only have the belief in the fiat system as well. It's like a double-edged sword again.
No, I'm not saying that the fiat system is the right thing at the moment because corrupt governments can just print money.
When blockchain is like decentralized and let's say Bitcoin, because no one is printing it and it's like the supply is like going down, so it should increase over the time. But again, like you said, it's all backed by people giving them value. But it's secure, you can't hack it, there's that side. But if everyone loses faith like that, then it goes to zero.
Yeah. So that is saying it's the day it becomes mainstream, that means if you can buy your milk and bread giving crypto, then it becomes different. Then it becomes the usage of the people.
Yeah, true.
Then it becomes much powerful. Then you know if those underlying values, there is a value created on what you go and do.
Maybe better than something like gold, because that's how it used to be. Because before gold, they used to trade cows and butter for the goods.
You basically did the barter system. You gave something and
yeah,
I got something.
But then it became too inconvenient. Then they moved to gold. Then again it became inconvenient. You can't bring gold. And then they had like a
piece of paper.
Then again it was like manipulated and stuff, and like governments wanted to have more leverage.
Yes. I think the crypto is achieving its objective, especially Bitcoin.
You think regulation is better for crypto or no? It should be decentralized as it is.
It's successful because there is no regulation, but regulation is coming.
That's the selling point.
That's for the younger generation.
Yeah.
But it is coming. I think KYW it's called, Know Your Wallet.
It's not KYC anymore.
Oh yeah, Know Your Wallet. It's interesting to see because it goes against the whole.
I mean, no matter what, we can't escape the governance, right? There should be some regulations anyway. We can't escape.
No, what I'm saying is, this was interesting. When I launched YouStock Trade, I used to go to universities and tell the concept, how different it is from the normal market. And then one of the students got up and said, Tony, what about the crypto? What do you think about crypto? I said, if the stock, something goes wrong, there's the regulator. You can go and say this was unfair, this was there, so they can fine. But if the crypto goes down, whom do you go to?
No one.
If somebody manipulates it or whatever, there is no one. So, but it was interesting from the student, his answer was, what happened to the crash in 2008?
Oh.
it crashed, right? Now, we had the government who would stand. But who did the government stand by? The big guys who made the crash.
Yes.
The banks.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
I lost too, I got nothing. So even if I lose the crypto, what does it matter? Anyway, with all this regulation and governance, I got nothing when this crash happened.
Yeah, that's proper argument.
Yeah, so I had no answer. So he says, if I having regulation, if I didn't get, not having regulation and not getting is okay because I know there is no regulation.
Yeah, it's like the world is always going for the best option. If government is like be too comfortable and like doing it wrongly, then people embrace that way.
Yeah.
If government did it right, people won't go for the
But
those kind of
I think crypto has come to stay because of the younger generation.
Okay, you think it's going to be there?
Because it's like social media. You take it out, they'll all.
So you think people build their businesses around cryptocurrency? They should do it like do new innovative things around cryptocurrencies.
They are already happening.
Yeah.
You can buy stuff in cryptocurrency. You can do something.
No, I'm asking: is it a good industry to be in for the future? You think it's gonna be?
It's a tough call because I don't know.
Because still, the most of the world doesn't use cryptocurrency. So if it used by the whole world, there will be much bigger opportunity.
Yeah, definitely there is because the younger generation prefers like
instant.
If I this doesn't get to the regulators, but there's over 1 million Sri Lankans trading crypto.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. That's the next question.
That is because there is no regulations. Because for them,
yeah,
there's so much of regulations if they have to buy Apple, for example.
Yes.
So the cost with all these regulations is more than the price that they pay for Apple. So who wants to buy Apple paying double the amount because of this nonsense that Sri Lanka is doing? So they find a way to.
Yeah, it's very good that you came to that piece because then my other question is like people lose like a hell lot of money trading leverage cryptocurrencies in Sri Lanka because it's so accessible through your phone.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Is it something people want to do? Because some people think it's a viable business to do it.
Well, I think if you need to get into the world and do something, because we have so much of exchange control regulations, this is the way that people will use it for. That they will buy the crypto, and crypto is now accepted anywhere in the world.
Probably personally, I think people lose more than they earn. So you think there should be some regulation around who can use crypto, like how much you can use?
Well, then it will crash crypto if you start regulating crypto. The whole idea is its success.
I mean, for Sri Lanka,
I don't think that is what we need to do.
Maybe the education, right?
Yeah, we don't know what crypto will do. We can't tell what to buy and what not to buy. But if we basically open up a little bit, not totally, like India did, they started initially with $100,000 that a family member in India can invest in foreign assets. So then it doesn't matter. Now it's $200,000. And they're moving.
Yes, it's all about the take you go for. And what do you think about over leverage trading, like 100x? You know, like these exchanges lend you money, then you can have, like, for example, if you have $1,000, you will have $100,000 to trade. But since when it goes like down 0.5%, you will be liquidate.
So that is the problem. Now, it's like the 08 situation, right?
Yeah.
Over leveraging that what you.
This is over leveraging.
Yeah. So this is also over leveraging, by these guys giving this facility.
And
when it crashed was also they gave loans to people who can't afford to pay. So here is also you're saying you have $1,000, they give you $10,000 to buy something.
Yep.
So if it crashes, you're dead.
And the other part is like there is this conflict of interest because exchanges just want you to be liquidated, so they get the bigger cut.
Yeah.
So it's a real bad situation, and people are suiciding with that crash.
Yeah,
because some people suicide.
What they're doing is it's a margin that you get. So if you don't settle the margin, they can liquidate even your best asset and collect their money.
Yeah. The next thing I want to ask is like, Mr. Tony, tell me one skill that you think all of the entrepreneurs need definitely. Just one skill.
Believe in yourself.
That's it.
Yep. Your idea and yourself. Believe in
You
yourself.
don't have to believe in anyone else if you believe in yourself.
Yeah, you have to believe that you can do it, because the world will say you can't.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody says that you can't do it, then you're 100% sure that they are scared that your idea is a good one.
All right, that's true. So this one is like a hardball question. If me and you both die tomorrow, tell one advice that you wanna give for the younger generation that you wanna keep, and just one advice. That's it.
Share your wealth.
That's it.
That's it.
Share your wealth.
Yep.
First make it,
then share it, because you're not taking it and going when you go.
Why you say it like that?
Because why are you accumulating what to feel what? You are enjoying your life and share that with everybody. The whole idea is to lift everybody to be with you. I could have kept all my shares at Millennium. I would have been a rich man. But what I wanted to do was, I want to make others rich as well. So to create this $100 millionaires, I had to share my wealth. As long as you share your wealth, you can go a happy man, because otherwise you'll be worried to say, what is going to happen to my wealth?
Yeah.
So when you share it, you're not worried, because it's with others and not with you.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, the most important thing is you being happy and you giving back.
Yeah, so always paying forward works.
Yeah, true. Okay, everyone, and that was Mr. Tony Weerasinha, founder of many companies and a pioneer of Sri Lankan IT industry. Thank you for everyone for tuning in, and hope you all got so much value out of the conversation. Any word you wanna leave us?
No, I always think that don't be scared of what you want to do. Believe in yourself and keep at it. Stay focused. Don't let anything disrupt you or defocus you of what's happening in the world. Just stay focused on what you're doing and you will succeed.
Okay, Mr. Tony, thank you so much for everything you do for the Sri Lankan entrepreneurs and the next generation. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.